This video is sponsored by ASUS. All these words are my own. They didn't give me any notes. They just let me say whatever I wanted. It's the best deal ever. Who do you know that likes clicky buttons more than me? Huh? I modded my Switch controllers to have thick clicks. I like having that tactile feel. I like having tactile feedback letting me know when I'm pressing the button. It's much better than membrane mush. Where's the actuation point on a typical membrane button anyway? Listen to this guy. It uses micro switches, which are similar to mouse clicks. So each button is essentially a mouse click. And you know how insanely responsive a mouse click can be. That's the type of click that I've been chasing after for so long. What I have here is the ASUS ROG Raikiri 2. This is a wireless Xbox controller. Now, there aren't many third-party wireless Xbox controllers because Xbox doesn't really let anybody use their wireless tech. This gets around that by having a little dongle right here on the inside. Hey, you caught me. I'm a dongle guy. Some people see it as an inconvenience because it's another thing to worry about. But I think it's easier because not only is the connection usually faster, there's no syncing involved. You just plug this in and you're good. And it's better for multiple devices. Just leave this dongle in your Xbox and you're always connected to your Xbox. And since it's an Xbox controller, it works on PC, it works on the ROG Ally, or even the Steam Deck as well. It also has Bluetooth, which is what I'm using right now. So that's 3 different connections that you can have on 3 different devices. I can leave the dongle in my Xbox. I can plug it into my PC if I want to use my PC. And I can switch to Bluetooth if I want to use it with my Steam Deck.
Here, I got you a controller. You got me a little brother controller. It's the better controller. It's a third-party controller. Okay, fine. I'll take it. No. No. What do you want?
No,
what do you want? Ooh, it's clicky.
Wireless, especially a Bluetooth connection, is usually way slower than just a simple wired connection. So I usually try to stick to wired as much as possible, or a dongle. This dongle, like many others, is a 2.4 gigahertz connection, and it uses some ASUS voodoo magic to get the polling rate up to 1,000 hertz. The polling rate is how many times per second the controller is sending information to the console. 1,000 hertz is what you would normally max out at even with a wired connection, and controllers never even really get up that high. That's just the theoretical limit. For comparison, an official Xbox controller's polling rate is only 125 hertz. So with the theoretical maximum of 1,000 hertz on this controller, that's a pretty substantial difference. Realistically, I got 1,040 hertz with the wired connection on the Raikiri. So that's already a lot more than I was expecting. I wasn't expecting it to hit the limit. It even went past it a little bit. The wireless dongle got me 967 hertz, which again is insanely high. And that's barely a difference compared to the wired connection. Bluetooth got me 135 hertz. That's 10 times slower. I really can't stress enough just how much a dongle helps reduce input latency as much as possible. Some people like Bluetooth for the convenience, and that's nice that it's there, but Bluetooth does have its limitations. Just use the dongle, please. Like any other premium controller, the Raikiri 2 comes with a case that has a little flap for the USB cable so you can charge the controller while it's in there. And there's a lot of different customization options. You can swap out the thumbsticks for bigger ones. I like having a big one on the right stick sometimes for better accuracy playing shooters. A bigger stick means more intricate inputs. This might seem like a stupid detail to mention, but I've gotten these ASUS braided USB cables before, and they're great. They're so long, and they come with these little easy to manage straps. The last one that I got with some other ASUS device, I used so much and threw in my backpack so much that I broke it. So I'm glad I have another one that I can run into the ground. Every single button on this controller is super clicky, including the D-pad. It's very sensitive and has a very shallow actuation point. So if you like to roll your finger on the D-pad, you might like this one. I wouldn't mind if Asus took this D-pad and made a more D-pad centric controller with it and put it in a more prominent position. Call me up, Asus. We can work something out. The thumbsticks are TMR, which is like the next evolution of Hall effect. It's a newer magnetic technology that's supposed to offer more accuracy and even less power consumption, while still maintaining the longevity that Hall effect sticks are known for. And I know everybody goes crazy for Hall effect, but not enough people know what TMR is yet. The shoulder buttons are also clicky, and the triggers have another one of my favorite features that premium controllers have been doing lately. You can flip these switches to make them analog. I honestly like leaving them clicky for most games. That way it's like having a hair trigger, so you can shoot as fast as possible. But for, say, racing games, it's better to have an analog trigger, so it's more like a gas pedal. So having the option to do both on the fly is pretty sweet. There is, of course, 4 back buttons, which are also insanely clicky. I almost never use the additional back buttons that these premium controllers have. I usually map 1 to up on the D-pad so I can ping things in a game like Call of Duty or Arc Raiders. Having ping on a back button is great, so you don't have to take your finger off the thumbstick to ping to your teammates. I'm the only guy on the team that ever pings anything. I'm not good at the game, but at least I communicate. It's configurable via their web app while you're playing a game even. You can just go to gearlink.asus.com in your Chrome web browser, and if your controller is connected, it should just pop right up. You can change the shoulder button dead zones, the thumbstick dead zones. You can remap the back buttons. You can even map one of the back buttons to be a sensitivity toggle for the thumbsticks, so you can change the curves on the fly. And of course, you can change the lights. I know how much people love their RGB. When I get a device like this, I love to go immediately into the RGB settings and flip it right to static mode. I have ADHD, I get distracted too easily. It's designed to look a lot like the Xbox ROG Ally X, so these middle buttons should look very familiar. That also means if you ever dock your Xbox ROG Ally X, this controller will be a perfect one-to-one with the onboard controller. You have all the same buttons on this controller that you would have on the PC handheld too. The Xbox ROG Ally X with the new Xbox full screen experience makes navigating Windows with a controller way easier, but it also does a cool thing where it will detect if you're using an external controller like this one, and it will ask if you'd like to disable the internal controller. This is very good for compatibility. A lot of games on Windows will favor the internal controller no matter what other controller you have plugged in. So having the option to disable the internal controller is really nice. Just make sure you remember to re-enable it next time you play, because I forgot to do that, and I spent like an hour trying to figure out what was wrong. There's an extremely simple toggle right here in the side menu. Boop. It's a very easy fix. I have a lot of controllers, and I frequently just leave them laying around. This one has a 50-hour battery life, so I don't think I have to worry about charging this one too much. I've used a million controllers in my day, and I've been chasing that clicky goodness this whole time. To be completely transparent, there are plenty of other controllers that have clicky switches like this. There are ones that have dome switches. There are ones that have micro switches just like these. And there's even ones that are similarly priced. The reason this one beats those out for me is because it's shaped like an Xbox controller. I really, really like the ergonomics of the Xbox controller. I think it's the best controller that exists for 3D games. Taking that controller design and that controller shape and just adding clicks to everything shoots this Raikiri 2 way up to the top of my list. And I love a dongle that just sits in the controller. I have so many devices with dongles that I have to tape to the side of the device so that I don't lose it. The dongle is useless if I don't have it, if it's not always there, if I lose it. So having a little door for the dongle to sit in, and the fact that I don't have to sync this controller, I can just plug in the dongle, that's gonna make me reach for this controller way more than some of my other controllers. And yeah, the clicky buttons. That's the whole reason we're even here talking about this thing. Please click the link in the description below and check out the Asus ROG Raikiri 2 at Best Buy right now. Third-party controllers aren't what they used to be. They're an upgrade now. What do you guys think about the Asus ROG Raikiri 2? I'm nailing that every time I say it. And those are not easy words or real words. Not a single one of those is a real word. Let me know what you would use this for. I'm going to use it. I already have used it for playing emulators on my PC. And tell Asus thank you. Tell them thank you for sponsoring. Thank you. Appreciate it. We need more of those. We love you, Asus. I had to get a lot of gifts for nieces and nephews this year. And two dogs. I got 2 dogs now.